Hello, everyone, and welcome to our FinTech Garden news harvest. And it's the first week of July, and we're going to update you what is happening on the market. Despite of the summertime, I think a lot of things are going on strategic and tactical level. So today we're going to update and to talk about three news with the Dimitro. Dimitro, hi, how are you?
Hello, I'm good, thank you. I hope you're also good. Igor, once again, it's a pleasure to see you. Let's start with the first news. It's really challenging the fact that Revolut acquires CTLM, if I'm pronouncing correct this name, CTLM Argentina to enter in Latin America. So basically, this is first step for Revolut to go to South America. They on 27 of June they entered Argentina by agreeing to well, first it's agreement. So they agreed to acquire local BNP Paribas CTLM Argentina, which means that they made quite a big offer for in multi-currency accounts. They also moved. They are pushing in Argentina for zero fee transfers and forex trading for local users. As far as we know, regulatory approval is still pending. Argentina marks it basically latest expansion alongside Mexico and other countries like Colombia and Brazil in South America, but specifically Argentina is a very good entry for them and establishing full presence mostly in Latin America.
And it's worth to highlight that it's kind of different approach from usual one because in this case they acquire one of the smallest bank. The total amount of the assets, as I saw, it's really small. It's around $6 million, which is not a big bank, but still it grants them the banking license if it's going to be approved by the regulator. It's still, since it's a small one, it's more likely to happen because in this case it will bring more competition, more technology to the market. So high level, everyone think to be that it will happen, and it's a bold move. Argentina used to be a huge economical area, and I think it will affect how we see the challenger banks are evolving in Latin America, because fairly we see certain competition happening in the European market. It has own depth, but the depth of the LATAM is not there, and the hunger and the need and the number of the potential customers is huge. Another maybe point to compare, in recent reports that we've seen, actually the new bank has a higher average account balance compared to Revolut. And it's quite interesting for me because usually you would expect from this region to have much smaller amounts on the user accounts, but a new bank proved that being in mono country still allows you to monetize and evolve really fast with a good financial standpoint. So maybe that's a move that will allow Revolut to grab more customers in this region and potentially even grow the account average balance for the customers.
Yes, and it's a quite interesting step in positioning themselves as against the locals, Mercado Pago, which is quite a heavyweight over there. And it's an interesting fight for LATAM region. I hope it will provide like only best results for customers, and customers will be in winning position, having different payment options, different methods, and different banks and different instruments for doing any kind of financial activities.
So we're facing the battle over LATAM in the or neobanks and challenger banks. So let's see where it's heading to. So the second news for today is Fiserv introduced FI-USD stablecoin on Solana network, and actually it's the continuous information and continuous development of the stablecoins. A lot of things happening on the high level, and we are still not facing the applicable layer with the customers, but on the higher level infrastructure, a lot of moves are there. So what do you think about that?
It's a very important step, and it's basically a signal of rapid institutional adoption of blockchain and stablecoin infrastructure as a mainstream in financial tools. We have to, for those who don't know, Fiserv is a heavyweight in fintech world. It's basically the most influential financial technology company around the globe. They are headquartered in Wisconsin. They provide core banking systems, payment processing, digital banking solutions, and fintech infrastructure for banks, credit unions, fintech, merchants, governments in around more than 100 countries. So implementing and launching own stable coin means that they are. I mean, this is a big signal that US. I think US is preparing as a not as a country, but more like people inside this country, and the business is preparing for launching some kind of a stable coin, a US stable coin that will be linked to the dollar.
Yeah, digital dollars, stable coins, we see once again a lot of development in this area. It's not well adopted to the mass market, I would say. So it's more high level, like the movement with the Stripe, adoption of the bridge, the integration in the Stripe process, and everyone seems to be like finding the way how they can utilize this stable coin movement. With the JP Morgan trying to launch all stable coin like big banks, as we discussed previously. So yeah, it once again proves that it's going to be big. No one knows exactly how it will going to be adopted. Cross-border payments, regular payments. Like, are you going to pay for your coffee in the morning in the coffee shop with GT? Maybe we will see that. So it's a really good one, and as you mentioned, it's really strong signals that it's really serious, and we will see a lot of shifts in the fintechs by introducing those technologies to the mass market.
America right now is an interesting place to look because first is the movement towards the stable coins. Second is that even European companies, fintech companies, more and more, you know, not only take a look to American market, but also make steps there, enter there. Like Klarna, for example, is they are starting their second IPO bid. Why it's second? Because in April they have an attempt to launch their IPO, but it was paused due to tariff-induced market instability. And now they decided to make the IPO on the United States, which is the most. I mean, it's very logical why you go to the States to make IPO. They, because of the market turbulences they had in April, they now will make this attempt in the United States. Also because they have in the United States a debit card in partnership with Visa, so they launched a debit card there. They have a mobile phone subscription via local AT&T. Local, it's a giant in the United States.
Giant.
Yes, local giant, and aligning with so basically they're aligning with neobank models like Revolut and Nubank. They already presented themselves on the U.S. market as primarily as a neobank. So yeah, it's a good news. What do you think about this?
I think everyone is evolving into the digital bank as a like a baseline, because nowadays, if you are not providing the basic minimum functionality that customers expecting, like ability to be onboarded, open an account, usually multi-currency, issue the card, and then it seems to be that the cell phone connection, at least on data level, is essential. Like, you expect the companies to do that, and despite of coming from buy now pay later, which is credit business is really good, but you cannot stick and you cannot provide the daily support and daily business to your customers if you're not in daily business, which seems to be the digital banking overlapping with the cellular connection and ability to issue the cards. And I think it's really great because it allows customers to stay online, which is stimulating once again economics. Because if you have connection, then it's more likely that you will use online payments, inline instruments. So it comes hand in hand, and actually it allows the business to extend their business usage, which is really great. And I think we'll see that maybe in 5, 10 years, every bank is not just the bank, but also an access to the internet, which allows you to spend money, but also have a really nice serving with the nice tariffs and headache free with the roaming and different locations. Like in Revolut, you have almost 100 countries. You have the allowance for 3 GB of the internet, and you can surf free, which once again works as a stimulant for spending. And in this case, it kind of reminds me of the story with the Google, because Google was hiring macro financial consultants to see how they can stimulate people to use internet to buy the things online, which is stimulating search. So I think it's kind of same movement. Banks are proactively looking the ways how they can make sure that the customer having all the required access to use digital services and payments online. So maybe, I don't know, just best guess, Is it going to be biometric, more security coming from the banks for online payments, more integration with the merchants? We already see the movement with the super app like a Revolut and others, where you can have discounts, special promotions from the banks. So the super app movements, it seems to be there, and Klarna confirms with the head into IPO and adding the seller services into the bank.
Yeah, we have to mention that they are targeting the evaluation of 15 billions, and seems like they are planning to raise at least $1 billion. So 15 billions for Klarna. I remember when they just started, and now they are targeting evaluation of 15 billion. So good luck with this. It absolutely great thing. I'm very happy for them, and I hope they will be will succeed.
And it proves that execution is a lot of part of the success, because coming from the traditional banks, and traditional banks are really good with the credits, like it's bread and butter. They always has been fortunate to have the customer base, proper processes for onboarding and providing the credits. But Klarna business model, which initially was buy now pay later, yes, extended right now, it's digital bank and a lot of different functionalities and services nowadays. But it shows that to be successful, you need a decent idea, but also really excellent execution. So, congrats to Klarna, and I hope we will see a really good IPO results, which will bring a lot of trust and momentum to the market.
Totally agree.
Thank you so much. So I think it's a good news for today. Despite of the summertime, I hope everyone have a great time during the weekends. And it's a little bit slowed down maybe in a couple of next weeks, but hope to hear you guys soon and join our podcast. Join. We have really new episodes already in production. And please join us for the new formats as a planted front. Please join for the news, and we're looking forward to see you on our platforms.
Have a nice weekend. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.